Okay. So sensory perceptions that help us adapt. Proprioception. So this is being able to feel, and these are super simplified definitions. This is our ability to feel our physical bodies in relationship to space. So when you're going upstairs in your house and you're not looking at the steps when you're going up them, but you just zoom up them, your sense of proprioception allows you to do that. Feeling where you are in space, feeling yourself inhabiting this physical body. Proprioception is often impaired with trauma. So people may say, I don't feel like I'm in my body, or so that's another thing that we're going to talk about later is how do we build more of this sensory awareness? One thing that you can do, and you can start doing this right now with people, is the video that we just did, the movement with orienting. You can offer any of that as a tool for people right now. If they do that, if they work with that as a daily practice and they're orienting with their bodies, not just the head space, right? Their bodies, if they can just do that like 3 times a day, that can help their proprioceptive sense begin to come back online. That can also help them begin to regulate their nervous systems throughout the day because their brain is recognizing that it's existing safely here in the present moment. So you can use these videos starting now. Interoception is just the ability to sense what's happening in our internal processes. Can you feel your breath? Can you feel your heart? And then we talked a bit about intuition already. Intuition is like the predictive knowing that derives from your sensory neurons. And often intuition is that felt sense that is predictive will happen right before instinct. So for instance, I'll just use, since Denise shared about her experience, before going into that position of lying and being in receptivity, before going there was a feeling of, I'm going into a receptive state or something that maybe feels threatening to me. And then immediately after, she said she felt anger, she wanted to get up, kind of run away and not do it. That is instinct. The anger, the aggression, that is part of the instinctive force. So the intuition comes in, it predicts, and then the instinct, right? So how does a cat know when to pounce on the little moth that's fluttering around? So these two things are at play within our sensory system, and it's just so fascinating to me. And now we're going to move into the felt sense. Okay, so I am going to show you a few photos, and you can put your notebooks and your pens to the side for now. And when I show you the photo, notice what you feel in your body. So notice the sensations that show up in your body. Okay, first photo. What do you feel in your body?
Hey, Amanda, I can't see anything.
Oh, hang on one second. Hang on. Okay. Can anybody else see anything? No? Okay, one second. It's because I forgot to share. Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries, we're good.
Thanks for your patience with me as I deal with technology. Okay, here we go. So just notice immediately, what do you feel in your body as you sit with this? And does anyone feel a shift in their energy as they look at this? And if so, please share with us.
It's super calming, and it also has that like it's like a softening of the edges, like as a felt sense, and also like an opening.
Mm.
It feels like a safe space.
Yeah. And as you use those words, softening, opening, would you say these are sensations that you're feeling in your physicality?
Yeah, and definitely like in my throat and in my chest and heart space, for sure.
We should just all look at photos of furry kittens all day. Okay, next one.
Wait, really quickly, can I just share something, Amanda?
Oh, sure.
Just because it was really interesting, I felt watching that, because I was in my head a lot, and because I hate cats. And so I was like, oh my God, a cat? Like, really? This is like the worst video ever. And I was like, my whole body was just like, oh God, I'm supposed to think this is cute. And then I kept watching it, and I could feel like my throat, like Tracy had said, opening, and like my heart opening, and realizing actually the calmness in the picture beyond just like the cats, but the fact that they were sleeping and that they were cuddling, and it was like this really affectionate picture. But my immediately was like, ugh, I was so so I just wanted to share that. I thought that was interesting, the transition from
Yeah, thank you. Actually, Katie, that is an awesome example. The reason this module is called Finding Rhythm, and why we are working with contrast. I don't want to get too far ahead, but what Katie noticed is an initial sensation, and then with time, as you allowed yourself to be present with it, you notice the sensation changed. And that is a rhythm. Every sensation and emotional experience, every single thing within our conditions have a rise and a fall. They show up and then they change. That change is inevitable. When we are stuck in a traumatized state, our mind does not know that the change is inevitable. So I'm going to say that again. When we are in a traumatized state, our mind does not know that change is inevitable. Okay? That's very important to remember. Because when we start working with people's sensory systems, what we're going to be helping them attune to is the fact that change is inevitable. Once the brain can accept that change is inevitable, massive transformation can take place.